World of Warcraft has ruined many lives, but in this case, it has saved one. This demented looking Where's Waldo individual is Thomas Ebersole. He was arrested for kidnapping a minor and trying to marry said minor.
This is 31-year-old Thomas Ebersole of Dunellen, sitting in the back of a patrol car on his way to jail Wednesday night. He's accused of driving nearly 1,000 miles to pick up a 16-year-old girl. Ebersole met the teen girl online while playing World of Warcraft. Investigators were able to track the teen down to Ebersole's home because she logged on to her World of Warcraft account.
No matter which way you cut this, it is creepy, crazy, bizarre. I know that describes Florida in a nutshell, but like traveling 1,000 miles to abduct a minor and to eventually plan on marrying her. I don't know what the plan is there. Clearly there's a disconnect happening somewhere in there, but the good news is that the fact that the FBI agent had the right mind to track where the girl logged into her World of Warcraft last, and they pinpointed the address, found it was him, and was able to stop it. What's worse is the fact that he wasn't really hiding it. He just straight up told the cops everything, like a villain, just unveiling his entire master plan here. He went on to say, yeah, he had a romantic relationship, he had this plan, he showed the messages, and sadly, it seems, based on what I've been reading, even the child's guardians say that the girl was pretty much brainwashed by him. So it is an unfortunate reality that we are seeing a lot more of this happening, that these kind of sick individuals are grooming minors through TikTok, Discord, and World of Warcraft, and it is constantly rising. I believe it's been rising since the COVID pandemic era, because everyone was like highly online during that era, and it's still in that state. You know, the side effects are still popping up here and there. What also bothers me is the fact that even if this was an adult woman, I don't know what his thought process is. That he thought he was gonna drag someone back to his place and eventually she'll marry him. Like, this man is thinking caveman times, that you could just drag a woman back to your cave and eventually the Stockholm syndrome will kick in and she'll just stay. This is clearly a very sick individual, and well, he's gonna be behind bars, so there's a plus. But what if I told you this wasn't the only case of World of Warcraft and a 31-year-old kidnapping a minor? Yep, this is actually the second time I've read about this, and I don't know what it is. If you play World of Warcraft and you hit 31, do you simply just become a degenerate? Like, is there a correlation here I'm not seeing? Yep, there it is. And might I add, that headline is just cursed no matter how many times I read it. But this is dated 2007. I don't know what it is. The same age. It took me a while to like process what I was reading about, but yeah, what I see is that she was an Australian woman. He was a 17-year-old teen from America, North Carolina, I believe. His father was fighting in the Iraq War at the time, and she and him were in a romantic relationship over the game World of Warcraft. Now, you would think that, oh, she might have a different idea of what a minor is because she's from Australia. I checked. Australia's minor law, you're a minor until 18, same as America. So there's no way there was some sort of cultural gap, as if the minor laws were different, like maybe it was 17 over there and 18 over here. Nope, she knew what she was doing. She got into the relationship. So the details are a bit sketchy and just, I guess, not well kept because it was very old news. They didn't really archive it well. But from what I read, the woman took a plane ride from Australia to America, and the boy was reported missing, and they found him at the airport trying to take a ride to Australia. So I I guess they didn't really have good communication, because clearly there was something off if they were both going to their opposite countries. But thankfully, the mother was informed of this relationship and had informed the cops, and the cops were able to arrest the woman when she came to America. Now this is where it gets even more crazier, and I know what you're saying. How the hell can it get more crazier? Well, strap in. You're about to go through some serious demented delusions. She and her relatives starts blaming the parents of the child for setting her up, for paying for the airplane ticket for her to come to America to get arrested. Where do you have the audacity to be making this kind of claims when there's hard proof against you of having a romantic relationship with a minor? It's you have to be a different case of arrogance to be just blurting this out. And now you see another desperate attempt here is where we get a quote from Broom's flatmate, like as if we needed this philosophical quote from this individual. But apparently they drop, he's the one who wanted to come here. Yeah, no kidding. When a minor wants this, it's called grooming. The predator groomed. That's how this goes. It's not as if the child is in their right mind to be making a decision like this. But it gets worse when Broom here starts to allege that the parents hacked into her email accounts to find out about her. I think any parent would go to any extent to save their child from a predator. That's how it goes. And to say that, hey, how dare you try and hack into my email accounts and find out about my bizarre, degenerate state. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna float well in court. Also, tell me again, how the heck is the father gonna be hacking into your email accounts when he's probably dealing with a firefight in the middle of Iraq? I know I've been hitting you with some weird stuff, but again, it ends in a weird way as well. She didn't get any jail time, besides like the 29 days initially, but no sentences. The charges were dropped. The abduction charges were dropped because apparently it wasn't a successful abduction. They really didn't have a physical relationship. I don't know what that judge was smoking there, because clearly it was something very powerful. Apparently they were given a plea deal to fly back to Australia and have no contact with the teenager until he turns 18 next June. I don't know what to even say to that. That just is very creepy that a judge would say something like that. Yeah, it's all right. We'll drop the charges. You don't have to talk to the teenager until they turn 18. Like, isn't that kind of... I remember something like that happening a while back with a celebrity, and it was just as creepy. I think it was like Billie Eilish. I always butcher her last name, but you know who I'm talking about, the singer. There was like a countdown. It was just disturbing. Like, there were people on Twitter like, oh, I can't wait till she turns 18. When you hear someone say that, what goes through your mind? I'm assuming any common individual would be like, what a freak. What a demented freak. Same thing here. Imagine being in court and hearing a judge say that, yeah, just don't have contact until they turn 18. I'm just gonna say maybe it's 2007. It was a different time. That we've gotten better, but I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a sad world we live in. There have been many cases of female predators who have been given more lenient over male ones, and it shouldn't really be like that. It's a sad world we live in that something like that could happen, but I'm hoping things change for the better, man. Thankfully, old Tommy boy in the modern day and age will serve jail time. Her getting away with just pretty much nothing, I don't know, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth and makes me really wish that the law system, especially in America, gets some sort of revision or something, because it's ridiculous. A man could end up downloading a song or something illegally and they spend 50 years in jail, or that poor guy who did something about the Nintendo Switch, or like he emulated and he got caught, and now he has to spend the rest of his life paying Nintendo every one of his paychecks. That, I just think that's severe for something that's not that big of a crime, you know, compared to like predators and other monsters that just get like a tap at the wrist sometimes. Not all of them, not saying all of them, but like some judges, you clearly have to think like, why are they doing it like that? But hey, they're the ones in law, not me, so I'm not gonna speak about it much. But yep, there's the case. The World of Warcraft is good for humanity. It saved 2 people from a kidnapping situation, and maybe there's dozen more that I just don't have the information on yet. Who knows? I know that World of Warcraft also saved a boy from a moose attack once, and that was, again, 2007. I guess 2007 was the year where World of Warcraft was really helping everyone out. But yeah, 12-year-old boy survives a moose attack because apparently he learned this technique called feigning death, which you could learn in World of Warcraft, and he did that, and the moose let him live. Great. Yeah, the little playing possum trick worked. The moose left them alone, and that goes without saying. Apparently, video games don't always cause violence as the news tries to tell you it does. It could help you with cases like this. Hopefully, we get more good news like this, and I would say if you have any younger siblings, young children or whatever, do keep in mind what they're doing and who they're talking to. I know privacy, that's something that even I, as a teenager, really valued, but like, try and being involved in their lives, because these groomers are everywhere, and it's disturbing as what kind of tricks they could pull out of their sleeves to try and get into these young individuals' lives and try and convince them that they're on their side. Very creepy, very, very disturbing. So yeah, keep that in mind, and that's all there is.